businessleaders.com.
All right, 7 minutes after 8 o'clock, 57 degrees, 75 the expected high today, and it looks pretty nice the whole week long. I don't see any rain. I don't see any cold temperatures. I don't see any really hot temperatures either. It's a good time to be in Florida. If you're a snowbird, welcome to Florida. That's what you came here for. If you came last week, you were saying, what the heck is going on? All right, I don't see Galen on the phone, so on his behalf, let me remind you that there is no blood supply without blood donors. It's as simple as that, and people's lives are saved by blood that has been donated by volunteers like you and Robin and myself. And it's not a whole lot of effort, really. You just go there or go to the Bloodmobile and you lay down, watch TV, or look out the window.
Yep.
Have some nice conversation or not. Sometimes I just lay there and just the blood will flow on its own.
Exactly.
And when they get a bag full, I guess it's about a pint. I don't really know. A unit. They call it a unit.
Yeah.
Then you'll be done. They'll put a bandage on you and they'll tell you,
Oh, there's Galen.
don't smoke. Don't lift anything heavy. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry. How are you?
Good. I was just telling about the experience when you're donating blood. After you're done, you don't smoke. You don't. Are you not supposed to smoke? I can't remember. Is that really one of them? Don't smoke.
No, you really shouldn't, just because of the, it could make you lightheaded.
Don't. Well, some people want to be lightheaded. Isn't that why people drink to get lightheaded?
So.
Yeah. So how?
Well, they just get drunk faster because your BAC is lower.
So how are you doing?
I'm good. Yesterday I slept too late, so that's why I didn't call in. But yeah, everything's good.
Well, you're allowed to do that, yeah. Especially this time of year. You might have part bear in your DNA, and bears like to sleep this time of year.
That's right. Well, I hate it. So yeah, it's just been a really crazy week. We had my son had 3 soccer games. We had the All-Star 352 Pigskin Report football game last night. It's just been I had a meeting in Atlanta. It's just been a crazy week. So it's been good. It's just been really crazy.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of stuff going on. We went to the zoo when I was up in New York with Robin, and they have bears. And the bears were hibernating. You could look at the bear.
I know.
You could look at the bears hibernating. I thought that was kind of cool. They had a glass. I don't know if it was two-way mirror, whatever they call that thing. The bears can't see us, but we can see them.
Yeah.
That would be rude, wouldn't it? If we knocked on the glass and woke them up, they're supposed to sleep for 3 months?
I think the last thing in the world you want to do is wake up a sleeping bear. I'm pretty sure that's right up there with spitting in the wind. Or tugging on Superman's cape. I think it's right after that.
Jim Croce references right there, right? Jim Croce?
Yeah. Love Jim Croce.
All right, so I have, after we do the important thing, I have the top 10 Christmas villains of all time. Top 10 Christmas villains.
Nice.
Christmas villains. It starts with the Grinch. I don't know what else is beyond that.
Wait. I think the Grinch is on here, but I don't think it starts with him. Oh, it's not. It doesn't end with him either.
I bet you it's the lady in the 101 Dalmatians.
All right, so Mr. Scrooge, but the great thing is they all transform into, believers. Is Dalmatians? I guess Dalmatians is a Christmas movie, even though I never really took it as a Christmas movie.
I don't know. I'm lost with you guys, but you guessed it. Yeah, Scrooge is number 1. Grinch is number 2.
Cruella de Vil.
So that means I got to tell you 10 through 8. I don't see Cruella de Vil in here.
Oh, okay.
Cruella de Vil.
She wanted to use all those puppies and make a coat.
But I never really took that as a Christmas movie.
I never did either. All right, so how is the blood supply, first of all?
We're in really desperate need of platelets. That's the honest truth. So we need, and the reason I didn't call is I was actually on the phone with one of our hospitals, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on with platelets? When can we expect to get some?" And that's kind of where we're at. We're in emergency need of platelets. So we just need people to get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood. This weather that is really rocking the Northeast. It snowed in Atlanta last week. That's what we're facing, and we have been unable to collect for a couple of days in Atlanta because of it. It's just pushed everything behind. So we need to take this nice balmy day when it's 60 degrees. Please donate blood, and please donate platelets. You can make an appointment at 622-3544 to donate apheresis and save a life, because we are, I don't know how many days, 7 days, 10 days.
A week from Monday, yeah.
So we're getting close, and I do not want to go into Christmas with our current state. So that just means we need everybody to chip in and really make a big contribution to our community by donating blood.
Yeah, that's pretty important. Yeah, that would be a horrible thing, wouldn't it, if you had a loved one in the hospital and the doctors have to say, I'm sorry, it's not going to work out. And what happened? I thought he was okay. He would have been. But there wasn't any blood.
Yeah, that was awful.
Has that ever happened? Does that ever happen? Does that ever happen?
Nothing. We from everything I can find out, we've never had someone die because of a lack of blood. We've had people die because we couldn't find the match that they needed, and then the blood transfusion they did receive, it didn't work as well as it should have. We've had that. So those are two distinct. What happens in this case is you push this patient off as long as you possibly can from getting the blood transfusion. So it slows down they're in the hospital longer. It slows down the recovery time or the healing time, and it just drags that out. So that's the real issue.
Wow. Well, it just no matter how you tell the story, it's always emphasizing the same thing, that we as human beings and the citizens of this country need to be, if we're eligible, need to be donating blood. It's a rather simple thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, something fun. By the way, the important message Galen just gave is sponsored. It is sponsored by two really great companies, so please go to those businesses and at least tell them thank you for sponsoring this. It's really an important thing, and while you're there, maybe you'll be a customer. Penn Flooring has some beautiful flooring. You might want to make that a Christmas gift to yourself and your wife. Hey, let's redo the kitchen. Let's redo the living room. Let's get a new carpet. Go to Penn Flooring and see what they have. They're at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, and that is right over that McKay-Williams Bridge, which is the bridge that crosses, what does it cross, railroad tracks, Robin, on 17th Street?
Yes.
And there's no water under it. A few blocks from Pine. And then, of course, Palm Garden of Ocala. My gosh, I can't say enough about them. They truly are sweet people. Just a fun group of people to be with, and just as sweet as can be. And they're at 2700 Southwest 34th Street, and skilled nursing is the name of their game. They know what to do for somebody needing rehabilitation, whether it's long-term, short-term, or even a day, for example, if you're needing a break yourself, if you're a caregiver. All right, the 10 Christmas villains. You already guessed number 1 and number 2, so I'm going to start at number 10. The Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Oh, that's a great one, yeah.
You know that one?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
From the Santa Claus is Coming to Town animated classic from 1970.
Yeah, that's a great one.
The Burgermeister was the mayor of a small village where Kris Kringle first passed out his toys.
Yeah.
When the Burgermeister tripped on the toy duck, he banned toys.
I know.
That's a logical conclusion. It's right up there. I remember the story you had about the guy who there was no toilet paper in a restroom, and he decided to make that illegal.
Right. Oh my gosh, yes. He made Kris Kringle. He outlawed him and forced him to go down chimneys. Oh, that's the story. How did it come to be that he went into homes in chimneys? Well, that's how.
Hey, it's as logical as anything else.
Nice.
The Burgermeister, by the way, was given life by venerable cartoon voice artist Paul Frees, who also provided the voice for other cartoon villain Boris Badenov.
Oh, okay. I love that Boris Badenov character. That was pretty cool.
All right, the number 9 of the top 10 Christmas villains is the Heat and Snow Miser.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Heat and
Yes.
Snow Miser was from 1974, The Year Without Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well, you see, the guy had the flu, and then Mrs. Claus came in and flew him around. That was fine.
All right. The number eight most heinous Christmas villain was the Martians.
Oh,
The Martians because they kidnapped.
Martian.
Yeah, they kidnapped Santa Claus in Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, which came out in 1964.
I don't remember that one. I don't think I ever saw that one.
Oh, well, let me tell you about it. When released, it made...
Did you see this?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I did. All right. When it was released, it made around $200,000. Then
So it was a movie?
it came out, and yeah, it didn't make much money. But then Mystery Science Theater came out, and in 1988, it had a resurrection.
oh, nice, nice. I love Mystery Science Theater. I got to go get this one and watch it on video.
The Martians. So I love this. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Yeah, I got to see this
1964.
one. I love the Mystery Science Theater, guys.
It's probably funnier.
How is
because-
this
so
one that we've never heard of better than Burgermeister?
Yeah, really. I don't know.
All right, what else you got,
That's a
Larry?
good question. All right, number 7 is Old Man Potter.
Now, Old Man Potter should be higher on the list. If he never converts to being a good guy, right?
That's from It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, it's a Wonderful Life. Yeah.
You know, Christmas isn't complete until you've seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
You know, until you've seen, you know, and you don't have to watch the whole thing. You just have to get the spirit of it. You know?
Exactly. I love that movie.
He holds on
It's a
to
great movie.
he holds on to Uncle Billy's deposit. That's his most heinous villainy.
Yes.
Holding on to Uncle Billy's deposit.
Oh, he wants to take over the whole. What is it called? Home and Loan. What's the name of his bank?
do you remember the name of the bank?
Oh, gee, let me look it
My
up.
gosh.
Rob's gonna look it up.
Home. Oh gosh, that's killing me. All right.
Oh, now we were all trying to figure out the name of the bank. Robin's looking it up.
Oh, my gosh.
You see it? The name of the bank?
No, but I must save the bank. Oh, Bailey's Building and Loan.
Building and Loan. That was it.
Building
Building
and
and
Loan.
Loan. Okay.
That's it.
Building and Loan.
All right, number 6 on the worst Christmas villains is Jack Frost.
So which movie?
Let's see. Jack got his start as an impish elf in folktales who liked running around making people cold. Wizard of Oz writer L. Frank Baum used Jack Frost in his Life and Adventures of Santa Claus story. With the Christmas TV specials and movies, Jack became the de facto go-to Christmas villain. He caused trouble for Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. In that context, I have no problem with that. Yeah.
He also
Again, Burgermeister, it goes higher. and Mr. Potter goes higher. But that's okay. This is their that's not mine. All right.
in the escape clause, Jack Frost was played by Martin Short. There you go.
Oh, okay.
That movie was bad. I remember. Oh, that movie's bad.
Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. He was also a villain in that one. All right, number 5 of the Christmas villains is Gremlins.
Oh, yeah, that was so scary.
Gremlins. That was a Christmas movie? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it came out over Christmas, and it wasn't really a Christmas movie that much, but it was the go-to gift that year.
It was. And it didn't do what everybody said it was going to do. All right, that came out in 1984. Number 4 of the top Christmas villains is Hans Gruber. He killed Mr. Takagi in cold blood.
Yeah.
In Die Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that's Die Hard. That's a good one because it takes place on Christmas Eve, and then you could also say his brother Han. I think his brother was
Hans.
Comes back. Tries to kill him again. Yeah.
Yeah, and Die
And
Hard.
of course,
too.
the guy who played that went on to Harry Potter fame, and was that's where he became a famous actor.
Is that right? Is Harry Snipe?
Snape.
Professor Snipe? Is that Professor Snipe?
Snape.
Snape. Hans had a brother named Hans? I'm confused by that part.
Oh no, that's right. I'm sorry. The first one was
It was Han.
Han.
And he had a brother? What was his brother's name?
Yeah, and then the brother comes back on Christmas Eve to take revenge because the guy, what was his name? John something? John killed his brother.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, but that was when he was with that other guy, and they were trying to rob all the gold bars in New York City under that one bank. And then and then Bruce Willis and the other guy was running around because he was playing Simon Says.
I thought that was 3. I get them confused. There was like 5 of them.
We should really teach history with movies because we remember movies way better than we remember books.
No, I remember history a whole lot better than I remember Die Hard.
Okay.
The second one was the airplane.
Okay, I don't remember.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about these movies is Yippee-ki-yo, Mr. Falcon.
Yippee-ki-yo, yeah.
Mr. Falcon, yeah. So the story behind that, what I just said right there, is for those who don't know, Mr. Falcon is not what he really says. He says another 2 words that begin with MF.
Yes.
And they're not appropriate for radio. So Robin had loaned Alex and
It's
I.
a great moment in the scene, in the movie. It made the movie. I mean,
Yeah, it is, because that's when
that language.
That's when he blows up the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
Robin had loaned us the whole set, right? The whole Die Hard set.
Yeah.
How many are there? 3 or 4?
I think there's 5.
5. Okay.
Well, 4 or 5.
So when Alex was younger, we went on a binge. We watched all 5 of them. Right?
Yes.
Then maybe a year later or something, we saw it on network TV, and I said to Alex, I wonder how they're going to handle those 2 words. Wonder what they're going to say. And the guy said, "Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon," and I thought it was the funniest thing. And then when we started doing this show, Robert and I were interviewing a guy who does voiceovers and cartoon voices, etc. And one of his credentials was he was the voice in Die Hard for the TV version.
Was so cool.
And I said, "How much work did you have to do?" He said, "Just 2 words."
Yeah.
Mr. Falcon. I just had to say Mr. Falcon. I thought that was the funniest thing. What was his name? Oh, and he's the son of the lady who played
Marion Ross.
Yeah,
from Happy Days.
Yeah, that's her. That's his mom, Galen.
Yeah.
Mrs. Cunningham?
Mrs. Cunningham is his
your mama?
Yep.
Is his mother.
How cool is that?
And what is his
In
name?
real life.
What is
Gosh, I can't remember his name.
But his mother is Mrs. Cunningham, and he's the guy who does Mr. Falcon.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Jim Meskimen.
Yeah, there you go.
Jim Meskimen, such a nice guy.
All right. Let's see. Number 3 is Marv and Harry.
Oh.
From Home Alone.
From Home Alone, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good for you, Galen.
They were funny guys.
Wow.
That's a great one.
Do you know?
Should be pretty high on the list. Yeah, I agree with that one.
That's number 3. You know how much the Home Alone movie made? Just that one movie?
I mean, it still airs. I mean, it's still funny.
Still making
money. You could watch it right now with somebody of any age, and if you don't laugh, you need to check for a heart. I mean, it's a really funny movie.
$533 million. And that's probably still growing, right?
Sad thing is it just completely ruined Macaulay Culkin's life, whatever his name is.
No, he's making I was reading something that he went into the pits of hell, but he's making a comeback. He's cleaned himself up. He's got a nice girlfriend. I saw something about him.
You wonder, like all these childhood stars, if you said, "Hey, you could go back, but you want to do this, but you want that life," and I wonder what percentage of them would say, "Yeah, it's fantastic."
Yeah. Let me take a phone call, and we already know number 2 and number 1. Number 2 is the Grinch, and number 1 is Scrooge of all the Christmas villains. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah. Good morning. The plot of Home Alone is basically the plot of The Ransom of Red Chief.
Oh, really?
The O. Henry story. Think about it. It wasn't a Christmas story. But the plot line is the same.
No, I didn't know that. Did you know that, Galen?
I've never heard of that movie in my life.
Okay, we never heard of it, Jim. You know movies from like a different planet.
Yeah. The Ransom of Red Chief was a short story by O. Henry, and then it was made into a movie a couple of different times over the years. And I mean, it's if you pick up any of the three versions, you'll see why I say it's Home Alone was essentially a remake of that movie.
Oh wow, we'll have to look into that. Yeah. Thank you, Jim.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Say it again, Galen.
Sure, it was in black and white.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a black and white movie. Yeah. All right. Well, that was kind of fun. Yeah.
I think so. I thought that was good, and we recognize. I'm just surprised that Cruella de Vil wasn't in there.
Cruella de Vil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't associate that with Christmas at all, but yeah.
Well, what was cool about this is it was released in Christmas time. The movie theater up in Gainesville, Florida, in the Oaks Mall at the time, had a special showing of 101 Dalmatians. Larry purchased the tickets for myself and him and Shannon and Alex. And we all went there. We got those big old badges with the 101 Dalmatian dogs on it, with plastic
Oh, I forgot
and
about that.
everything. And boy,
Yeah.
the kids had such a great time during that movie. It was the free popcorn, everything. It was great.
Gosh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it was just such fun.
I actually went to a movie. Galen, hear that?
Yeah, it was very
Oh, it wasn't
special.
this decade. I mean, it was 30 years ago.
All right. Where's the Bloodmobile today, Galen?
Hey, today we're at two locations. We're in Bellevue, right there on Abner, and we're also at ARC, the ARC.
Okay.
So come by and see us, and please donate platelets. Please make an appointment. Call us 622-2544 to make an appointment today.
Yeah, sounds like you're really in dire need of platelets. All right, Galen, be careful out there. Thank you for what you do. Hey, have a great weekend.
Hey, you too. Thanks, y'all.
All right, we'll be right back.
In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike's got plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Never mind that, we have bigger issues.
Really? Bigger than a helicopter?
Your parents are going to be here for the big dinner, and the garbage disposal is making some crazy noise, and it wasn't Christmas music.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you tried shoving an entire sack of potatoes down the disposal.
It wasn't the entire sack, just most of it.
Now's not the time for more jokes, Mr. Funny Man.
Well, I did try to fix it, but...
Do you have to do this every holiday?
No, I did skip Easter.
What did we agree the rules are?
No more circus animals in the house.
No, not that one.
Oh, if water runs through it, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
Because they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. So put down the blowtorch and pick up the phone.
Yes, dear. 866-314-4443.
And why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Oh, that? Black Friday sale.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Mike Scott Plumbing.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000